views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Let me be your lighthouse so I can show you the way. Let me be your shining light, I'll keep you from drifting away. I'm the one that makes you try when...
It's Patty Hunter or Patty's Page. Welcome to my TV show. Today, my special guest, all the way from Canada, is Amanda Peters. She's an author, storyteller, professor in the Department of English and Theatre, Acadia University in Wolfville, Nova Scotia.
Yep, that's me.
Is that all? Welcome to my show.
Thank you.
I read about your book that was just released a little while ago about the berry pickers.
Yep.
Sad, isn't it? Is that true?
No, it's not a true story. No,
Oh.
it was inspired by my family who were berry pickers, but no, it's not a true story.
For a moment there, I said, "Oh, the little girl."
No. Oh, sorry, my dog just pulled down a curtain.
Does that often, or
No, she just tried to lay down.
What kind of a dog?
Old English sheepdog.
Oh, I bet she's beautiful.
She is, and she's spoiled.
She's big too.
Yep, she's right there.
Oh my stars, she is beautiful. Oh my stars. How do you brush that one?
We have a brush, but usually I keep her quite trimmed, so we don't have to worry about it. But in the winter, I keep her thick fur because she gets cold. So
Oh yeah. So I have some questions for you, though.
sure.
So where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in the Annapolis Valley, Nova Scotia,
Mhm.
here on Canada's East Coast, back in the 70s. And I was raised here, and then I left for a while, just to go to university, and then I traveled for a bit, and then I came back.
Now the rest is history.
The rest is history, as they say.
In school, which place did you go for school then?
Oh, okay. So I have a lot of education that isn't directly related to my writing, but I went to Mount Allison University, New Brunswick for my undergrad in politics.
Mm.
And then I did a master's degree in politics, and I did a master's degree in public administration, a master's degree in information management, all at Dalhousie. And then I went to the Institute for American Indian Arts in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and completed my Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was in what, 2 years?
I
Just kidding.
graduated May of 2022, so it was 2 years during COVID. So it was a
Oh,
lot of
COVID.
online work. Yeah.
I had it 5 times.
Ooh, I've had it twice, and no, thank you.
Wasn't fun, was it?
No, not at
You
all.
still get brain fog? I do.
No, I don't think so. I don't know if the brain fog is just so much on my mind or.
Or just me. So, who had influenced you the most as you were growing up?
Oh, that's a tough question. I think I'm quite close to my family. So I think probably my family members influenced me a lot. As far as storytelling, my dad's a natural storyteller. He tells stories. My grandmother Lightfoot, actually, she liked to tell stories, and I lived with her for a while. So she's actually from the States. She's from Massachusetts originally, and she loved to tell stories around
We'll allow that.
What?
We'll allow that being from the United States. Sorry. Anyways, my husband, Mohawk, they were in New York area. Then they went up with the British up to Canada, being on the loyalist side. So that's why he was born in Ontario, Northern Ontario, eh?
Oh, Northern Ontario. Yeah, I have a friend who lives up there. It's
He
quite cool.
lives, he used to live in Abitibi Canyon,
Okay. I'm
just
not.
near North Bay. No, James Bay. I'm sorry.
Ah, gotcha.
You betcha. So many bays out there. Hey. So when did you first realize that you were a storyteller?
I think I always wanted to write. I don't know about storyteller.
Oh
In
yeah.
my mind, storyteller is more oral storytelling, and I'm actually quite a shy person. So, but I wanted to
No, you're
be.
not.
Uh, I'm I'm getting used to this kind of stuff, but I'm quite
Okay.
shy.
Not with me. I used to be shyer than you, girl.
I always wanted to be a writer since I was little. But
Mm.
I don't know. People always tell you you can't make a living in the
I
arts.
hate that.
I know, I do too, and I wish I wouldn't have listened. So I went on, did other things, and then when I felt comfortable, I
Mhm.
did my writing, and I did a certificate in creative writing from the University of Toronto online, and then I did my
Mm.
MFA. Yeah.
So this the Berry Pickers, is that the first book you have done?
Yes, that's my first book, and I also have a short story collection coming out in Canada in August, and then in the US next January 2025.
Oh, 25.
Yeah.
So the Berry Pickers, has it been released yet? Is it on the market?
Oh yeah, it was released April 4th in Canada, and then it
Mhm.
was released October 30th in the
Here?
US. Yeah, October 31st, I think, in the US, and
Yeah.
November 1st and 2nd in the UK, Australia, New Zealand.
Wow, you're getting over the world there, girl. You getting any responses from the book, or is it too early?
Yeah, there's been lots of positive responses. I mean, I won the Barnes and Noble Discovery Prize this year for best debut novel, so that was fun. In Canada, I was shortlisted for the Atwood Gibson Fiction Award.
Wow.
I've also been shortlisted for the Andrew Carnegie Medal of Excellence in the States, so it's getting quite a bit of recognition. I've got to do a
Well,
lot of
power
fun.
to you, girl.
Yeah, I've got to do a lot of fun things. I got to curate a list for Good Morning America book club of Indigenous writers, so that was fun. Yeah.
So, are you going to be touring, talking about your book?
Yeah, I just did that. I did a lot of that. I did a little bit in the spring here in Canada, and in the fall is festival season here in Canada. And then I did go
Right.
down to Maine. I have been to Maine and New York. I'm heading to Boston next week. So yeah, doing a little bit and a couple things here locally. I do have one in Niagara Falls on the Canadian
Right.
side also in December. So yeah.
In the winter months, you're going to lay low because of the weather.
Yeah, yeah, just kind of stick at home. I got a few Zoom events lined up, but yeah.
So, your book, what is your website so people can go order the book?
Oh, you can't order it on my website, but you can order it on Amazon.
Amazon.
Yep, Barnes and Noble has it. A lot of indie bookstores have it. It was an indie bookstore pick for November. So yeah, it's out there and has a beautiful cover. I don't know.
Yeah, can I see it?
Yeah, this is the cover.
Oh, The Berry Pickers by I know I can't read. I just got my glasses too. A novel by Amanda Peters.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
it's
it's a beautiful. Where'd you get the front layout?
that's a designer that works with my publisher. And my publisher in the US is Catapult. So I think her name is Sarah, but I can't remember her last name. But yeah, it's quite beautiful.
Yeah. Do you have pictures in there, or well?
No, no.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Mhm.
So, tell me, what is, and since it's fiction, is it like a story of what could happen or what has happened in the past with other people?
So
Or
it's a fictional story that starts in 1962 when a little Mi'kmaq girl is with her family in Maine picking blueberries for the summer because they live in Nova Scotia, Maine, which some Mi'kmaq people still do in real life. And she's kidnapped. She's 4, and then the rest of the book just follows her story as she grows up and follows the story of her brother, who's 6 years old and the last person to see her, and how the this one act just ripples through both families for decades. So
Does her brother ever get to see her again?
Well, I don't want to do any spoilers.
Oh, shoot. Well, hush my mouth. I'm too long down here in the United States. I'm from Toronto, eh?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
So, do you have it in audio as
Yep.
well?
Yep. There is an audiobook. Yeah, there's a audiobook, there's Kindle, there's the book. I think there's large print coming out soon as well. Yep, so that's coming out soon.
So, I think it would be nice if it wasn't Braille as well.
Yeah, that's my publishers for them to decide on that one.
It's a wee bit expensive, but you know, a lot of people would love to read your story.
Right.
So, over the years, with you being a writer, what have you written?
I've written quite a few short stories. So those
Short
come,
one.
yeah. Those actually are being published. It's the title is Waiting for the Long Night Moon. And that's being published in, like I said, in August here in Canada of 2024 and January 2025 in the US. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And I'm working on a new manuscript, a new book right now.
Tell me more about your people. The how do you pronounce their name again? Mi'kmaq.
Yeah.
Tell me more about them.
Yeah, so the Mi'kmaq just are the indigenous people here in Atlantic Canada, and like I said, parts of Quebec and a little bit of Maine. My dad, I belong to Glooscap First Nation, which is about 10 minutes from where I live. I don't live in the reserve. My dad is a member of the Santee Maui, which is the Grand Council. So he's a captain on the Grand Council. So that's very kind of cool that he gets to do that work. My siblings work at the reserve. I don't know, just who we are. My mom is not Mi'kmaq. She's a settler, we say here.
Yeah, I know. I wrote poems on settlers and the native people, how they reacted. I would love to send that to you if you are interested.
Oh, poetry isn't really my thing, but
No, it's not really. Is it poetry? Anyways, it's a story.
yeah.
A story tell as well. But I just wanted to share some of my stuff with you.
Sure.
So, you right now, you said you won awards. How many altogether?
Well, I did win an Indigenous Voices Award back in 2021 for my short story, Waiting for the Long Night Moon, which
What's
is
that about?
it's about an old man who lives in the woods by himself, by choice, and how he misses his family who have all gone on to the spirit world before him. So I did win an Indigenous Voices Award for that one, but that was 2021. I was chosen here in Canada to participate in the Rising Stars program from the Writers Trust of Canada back in 2021 as well. So that was very exciting. I got to work with Katarina Vermette and on polishing up my short story collection. And I recently, back in, well, this month, no, it was October 30th, I won the Barnes and Noble Discovery Prize for Best New
You
Fiction.
said that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you
And
have recognitions?
yeah, they're on my website. If you want to see all the stuff I've been up to, it's amandapetersauthor.com. You can go on there and there's like all the awards and quotes and reviews. I was reviewed by the New York Times and People Magazine and yeah, Kirkus, all those are there.
We are proud of you.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So, when you tour, are you going to be doing workshops?
I haven't been asked to do workshops. I've just been asked to speak and to do some readings. I do teach workshop. I'm teaching a workshop class at Acadia University where I work next semester. So I'm pretty excited with that because I do love workshopping as a writer. I value that. But yeah, I haven't done it really any workshops.
I wish you would because I love how people come up with creative ideas and how to put it on paper.
Right. Yeah. I would say it's a great mystery.
It is. Woo! I write a lot of lyrics or poems. There's a difference, you know. I've had several people come out singing my lyrics, songs.
Very nice.
So, when you do tour, where would you go?
I just go where people invite me. So uh, this fall, I was at a bunch of literary festivals. So I was at the Cabot Trail Literary Festival, the Calgary Festival. I
Calgary.
Yeah, Calgary. I was supposed to go to Toronto, but I had COVID. I
Oh,
was I was at the Eden Mills, which is a lovely little festival here in Canada. I did my launch, official American launch down in Portland, Portland,
mm.
Maine. So that was fun. Yeah, I just go where people invite me. Sometimes they invite me via Zoom. Sometimes they invite me in person. So yeah, I just go where I'm invited.
I would like to do a workshop. See, you do that online with a lot of people because you can reach out to a lot of people online.
Yeah, if I had time, I might. Right now, it's a
Do.
little crazy.
I wish you could because I would love to be part of that workshop.
Thank you. Sorry, my dog is being sucky.
Oh, I would like to see his little face.
Oh.
Isn't he a sweetums? Oh, he said, ah, you're talking to someone and he's jealous.
Yeah, it's
She,
just her and I and the cat, so mm,
she got a lot of fur there.
yes, she does.
We have two cats, Angus and Boots.
Oh, nice. I have one.
Angus,
Pook.
a poodle.
Pook. Pook.
P P-O-O, Pook.
Yeah.
We named one of our kittens, cats, many moons ago, Pookie.
Oh.
Sure, small world.
Small world.
You're
I
more a dog person than a cat person, or
think
what?
I'm both. It's just that the dog is more playful and yeah, the cat's just like, leave me alone to sleep in the sun. I will cuddle you when I
Yeah,
want
we
to.
got one underneath here named Angus. He's Abyssinian,
Ah, okay.
neutered, but
Go lay down. Go lay
yeah.
down.
So the house that you're living in, how long have you been there?
5 years. Yeah.
5 years?
Yeah, I lived here for 5 years, almost 5 years now. So just a
Okay.
little bungalow all to myself. My
I like
bookshelf.
bungalows.
Yeah.
So yeah, the genre of or style of books that you are writing about, are they basically about indigenous people or
Yeah.
other?
Yeah, right now, my stories tend to lean towards indigenous stories. It's not intentional, it's just what inspires me right
what
now.
what
It,
what you know?
yeah. But in the future, that may not be the same thing. I'm not really sure.
You wouldn't do romantic ones,
Oh,
would you?
no.
No, I
Literary
don't like
fiction
those either.
kind of where I stay. I have nothing against them. It's just not I wouldn't even know how to write one.
Who taught you to learn how to do stories, to write you, besides your papa?
Yeah. Well, I just started going to school when I decided that I really wanted to try this for real. And I
Mm.
had mentors. My first probably being Christiane Conlon. She's a local writer here.
Is she?
And she was teaching at the University of Toronto online at the time. And I had just read her book, which I love. It's called Heave. And she was probably my first mentor and still is a great mentor and friend of mine. So I've been lucky for her, and I've had so many wonderful mentors over the years
Oh
uh,
yeah.
here in Canada and the US. So I'm really quite fortunate to just be to have been blessed with all this.
Do they
But
come to see you or you go see them
a lot of it's online.
online? Yeah. Like
Yeah,
here.
yeah, because it's really you write, right? And then you send it to them and they look at it and they provide you advice and that kind of stuff.
Who's your favorite author?
That's a really hard question. I always feel in my gut that one because I
Who's
read
the
so much.
best in your eyes?
I love Jane Urquhart. She's a
Mm.
Canadian writer up here. Her book, The Underpainter, is just one of my favorites of all time. But There's just so many I love. Like I love Margaret Lawrence, and I love John Steinbeck, and I love Lauren Groff,
My
and
goodness.
there's just so many. Like I just love books.
Do you know singers?
My dog is eating something. I just have to go for what. What are you doing?
Oh, she's the sweetest thing.
I don't know what she had, but she got it.
It's too late now.
Yeah.
If she brings it up, then you know what it was.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, I got so the same way. What was that? I said, I don't know, but it's too late now.
Yeah, too late now.
Do you know the indigenous singers like Susan Akaklat?
Yep.
I've interviewed her several times. She's a good.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. I met her once when I was younger, like a lot younger. She was a guest speaker at a conference I was at, and it was very nice to meet her.
She's won several Junos, Grammys.
Yeah. Mhm.
I love her. She's very, very kind person.
Yes. When I met her the one time ages ago, she was very nice.
We talked about her music.
Mhm.
She writes her own, I do believe.
Yeah.
And Jacques, her husband, So, yeah, I like to interview her again, eh? She's got new stuff out. How do you research to do a book?
Read a lot. In the book, The Berry Pickers, I asked my dad a lot of questions. He told me a lot of stories, so that was
Oh, yeah.
helpful. But then I would also have to do there's some issues in there that I wasn't familiar with, like medical issues. So I would just research and read books and read articles and until I felt that I was comfortable enough writing about it.
Did a lot of negative stuff happen during the 50s and 60s to your people,
Yep. Yep.
like schools?
Residential schools. Yeah, I think in the US they're called boarding schools, but here they're called residential schools. So yeah, and the 60s scoop and yeah.
You weren't involved with that, dear?
No, not at
Thank
all.
the Lord. I'm so sorry about what Canada has done to people. I don't like what they're doing now to people in this. Anyways, how did you get over it? How did your tribe get over what had happened?
I don't think anybody ever gets over those kind of things. You recognize it and then you try to move on as best you can.
Is the government apologizing now?
Yeah, in Canada, the government apologized officially. My goodness, that was like 10, 15 years ago. And
Yeah,
we have the Truth and Reconciliation Commission up here that's been working on getting the truth out and reconciliation efforts. So, yeah.
I did an interview with Susan about that, and it
Mhm.
went into great length. I wasn't sure whether it was all the way across Canada
Yep,
doing that
yep, it was all across Canada.
because of the settlers.
Yeah.
Do you find it getting better nowadays?
Yeah, there's still a long way to go. But yes, it is getting better.
This is getting towards the end of the show, my dear.
Mhm.
In the new year, what do you have planned besides the short stories? Do you have any?
Uh, no, in the new year, I'm teaching again, of course, for the winter semester.
Tell me
Um,
about that.
yeah, I'm teaching again for the winter semester, the short stories, of course, and I am working on a new manuscript for a new novel. So
As you said,
yeah, so I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see. I hope I get a little chance to work on it in January, but I'm kind of looking forward to the summer when things hopefully slow down a bit and I can really dive into the new manuscript because it's in my head, but and
well,
it's not a version on paper, but I need to do better.
well, just put, when I write, I put bullet points. So what it's like the story you begin, you have
Mhm.
the middle, and then you end it.
Mhm.
That's what I do with my lyrics.
Right.
More of a storyteller, someone told me about. I got so much stuff out of there. Been doing this since 1985.
Oh wow, okay.
And I've been doing my show for 14 seasons
Oh,
with
wow.
over 720 episodes.
Very cool.
I love talking to authors because they have so many great ideas, new, fresh ideas.
Oh, I don't
I'm always curious.
I don't know if I have any new fresh ideas, but I try.
Well, I like to get that Barry Picker's book.
Yes, I highly recommend it.
Can I get one from you, like a autograph?
I don't have them here.
Drop the luck. Mm.
Sorry. I know that I signed a whole bunch in Portland, Maine. There's like about a whole whack there. But yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, it's going towards the end of the show. I would have so many questions to ask you, and drat darn, it's the end of the show. Gosh darn it.
I'll have to come back on again maybe next year when my
Yes,
shorts.
I would love to contact you about the new stuff that you're coming out with. So that'd be great to share with my audience,
Yeah, for sure.
because you're a very interesting person, my friend.
Thank you. I really appreciate you taking your time to speak with me.
I wish you appreciate your time talking to me. I'm a shy person. I used to go with this red.
Oh, nice.
Now I don't care.
I just have a turtleneck because I was cold this morning.
So let
The Canada Goose.
mhm.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You were excellent guests. I'd like to thank the rest of the audience for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Godspeed, my love, until we meet again. You're always in my heart and every dream. Don't let this time apart give in to all our fears. God will keep us close from up above. So until we meet again, Godspeed, my love. God is with us always, and for the rest of